Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 2 of Let's FIFA 16, and in this episode we are looking to build our budget starter team in some way and play a game with it. So I was looking at the Brazilian League as we ended off the first episode, and in this episode I decided to go out and throw out a lot of bits on a bunch of different players on the market from the Brazilian League. I just scrolled through, looked at what kind of players were there for like around 350 bits, and I just threw in a lot of bits. I did also buy Michel Bastos for 1300 coins because he was one of the players alongside with Pato I just really wanted in my starter squad. The other players didn't really matter too much. I just wanted players that would give me chemistry, and I want every single bit. Nobody was bidding at Brazilian League players, so they're really cheap. I went out through a bit on Ribeiro, a right wing. He only had 3-star skills though. Then I went out through a bit on a centre back, 500 coins for Manuel. And then I went for Telles because there was not really any good left backs in the Brazilian league. So I went for just a Brazilian in the Serie A, and I went for Diaz in the Portuguese league, I believe it is, because he had 4-star skills on the right wing. So I went a little bit outside the Brazilian league just to get some better quality cheap players in to my side. And I was also looking at Pato, but I couldn't really pick him up on open bits. I only had 4.2k coins, so what I had to do, I had to wait for all my players on the transfer list to stop listing up, and then I would just quick sell them, apart from one. I had a Brazilian goalkeeper in my starter pack, so I sent him to my squad because I could use him as a goalkeeper, of course. Quick sold some of the goal players that I felt they're probably not really gonna sell. I listed up the BPL player in Ireland, checked up on the other sort of low-rated players in case maybe I could sell them, because if I quick sell those, I will not really get any coins whatsoever. But if I can sell them for 200 coins or something like that, or 300 coins, it's still a nice little profit we get here in the start that we can use to maybe get an extra player or two into our squad. And by having quick sold those players, I could get a Pato, which was my final player of my starting 11, and here you have my budget starter team in some way. It is Liga do Brazil mixed with a few Brazilians from other leagues, Vanderlei in the net, Breno and Manuel as my centre back, some pretty alright full backs, and a strong defensive sort of central midfield, and then a 4-star skill on the centre attacking mid spot, good pace, dribbling on Cardenas, and those are definitely stats that are important in the game. I think passing, pace, and dribbling are very, very important attributes. And then we have an attack full of 4-star skillers. Pato, of course, being the most expensive player, but also a player I think that could be sort of a difference maker in my matches. He got some really good stats. Michel Bastos there, he was really good on previous FIFA, so I'm looking forward to trying him out and see what he will do for me. We got a couple of substitutes as well because I won so many of my open bits. And then we have a centre back I got in my starter pack. So actually right now we have a few players who can swap around as well, keep our fitness up in the first few games, which is very, very important. And eventually I'll probably venture into a second squad that'll be sort of my fitness squad, so I can keep on switching between the teams and keep fitness up on all my players. But for now, we'll just have a couple of substitutes we can use. Anyways, we are heading on into our very first game in Division 10. First online game on this account, and of course we are looking to get off to a good start, because whenever you start a new FIFA, you have a completely clean slate, your record is completely reset, and of course, in the start, you always want to try and keep that record kind of nice. As you get further into the game, I tend myself not to care too much about my record, but in the start, I kind of want to do well, and we start off with a penalty, a Panenka penalty from Michel Bastos down the middle there, and we go up 1-0 in the 10th minute. And they got Cardenas on the ball here, and I completely forgot what foot he was shooting with, so I set up a finesse shot trying for a right foot shot, but he's left-footed. So that was a terrible, terrible, terrible shot. But I picked the ball up again onto my most expensive player to this date, and that is Pato. He gets onto the ball here, a little bit no-touch dribble and a few skill moves to break on through and fire that one in to bring us up at 2-0, and a nice little celebration there. And yeah, I felt pretty confident there. And then we see this stuff. The first penalty was kind of debatable, and this one was even worse. Yeah, those penalty decisions seems to still be kind of weird on FIFA 16, unfortunately. But we are 3-0, and then my opponent got back with a beautiful goal in between 4 players. He hit that finesse shot in off the post, goes onto the other post, and goes in. That was a really, really nice goal. But it didn't really stop us from going forward. And Pato gets a goal here, his second goal of the game. And right from his kickoff, we actually picked the ball up. And we had a nice little passing sequence going for that fourth goal. And I felt, you know what, let's try it again. And now look at this first time passing from my Brazilian players, Brazilian league players here. We played on through to Cardenas, our only non-Brazilian. And he chips it over the goalkeeper into the back of the net. We score our first chip on this account. And we make it 5-1. And then Pato with a couple of skill moves, I felt, for going with a few skill moves there. I couldn't put it into the back of the net, unfortunately. And instead, it's Mitchell Bastos to try for his hat-trick from a free kick. His free kick stats are not as good as they've been on previous FIFAs, but they're still alright to attempt shots with. And here he steps up and he curves it into the back of the net. 6-1 it is, and he completes his hat-trick as well. Lovely little goal there to score our first free kick goal as well. So as you can see here, Mitchell Bastos with the man of the match. And a nice little thing, you get the match ball now when you score a hat-trick or get the man of the match, which I think is pretty cool. And that is pretty much going to be the end here of the second episode of Let's FIFA 16. Hope you guys did enjoy. We got off to a good start. We dominated this match. We got 3 points from our first game. And in the next episode, we'll be looking to sort of improve our squad a little bit. Maybe get some better substitutes, do some of the manager tasks, and perhaps we'll also try to maybe add some of the coin boosts so we can get some coins into our club relatively fast. But anyways, this is going to be the end of the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and that is pretty much all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.